Hello and welcome to the second episode of VaevakBlitz, How to Master the T1 Cunningham. I'm your host, Vaevak, and today we're going to be just talking about the T1 Cunningham. We're going to go ahead and start real quick with consumables. So first of all, you're going to want the multi-purpose restoration pack. You're going to want engine power boost for moving quickly from enemy to enemy. And also first aid kit. If you get a lot of dead commanders, it increases your reload speed exponentially. If that doesn't work, then definitely the repair kit would be the best third option there. Can definitely save your butt more than once if you get tracked and you've already popped the multi-purpose restoration kit for fires or something like that. Can definitely save your life. But for in this instance, I'm going to be running the first aid kit. We're going to go ahead and talk about provisions. So you're going to want all of them, first of all. And if you don't have the ability to get all of them for whatever reason, you want to make more credits, I would just get the protective kit. It basically lessens the impact of injury to crew members, less fire risk, less module damage, faster repair speeds. It can save your life. So if any of the provisions cannot be had, and you still want to have one, I would recommend the protective kit. It is the most expensive, but it is the most useful, at least if you only can have one. But definitely rock all of them. Next, we're going to look into ammunition. Basically, you're going to run full AP, and the only reason you're going to run APCR is strictly to take down those nasty tank destroyers that you're going to find at Tier 2. You're actually going to see a video regarding this, and it saved my life, and I assume lives of my teammates as well. So I typically take enough APCR to just run about 2 clips worth of it. In this video it shows 18. Right now I'm rocking about 24, but the video that I have that shows the effectiveness, you're going to see for yourself 18 is plenty. Let's move on to equipment. I'm going to be running the coated optics for better sight, improved ventilation for better crew skills, and enhanced gun lane drive to put fire upon people while on the move. I also use Toolbox. It's quite effective, and I would just recommend staying away from the light spall liner. It's pretty much useless. Moving on, let's go on to the actual guns. And we're going to be rocking the 20mm gun here. It's quite powerful, it is very fast, and it is capable of delivering a high amount of damage per minute. In episode 1, you witnessed me using the 37mm Browning semi-automatic gun and also the 37mm gun. Those are extremely effective, but for this video, I've decided for mastery, we're going to be focusing on the highest DPM, which is definitely the 20mm Hispano gun. So this is going to be primarily what you're seeing. If you do want to see the other guns in action, if you haven't already, I would recommend checking out episode 1, because that would definitely give you an insight as to what exactly I'm doing. Right now I have a 69% win rate with only 82 games with the T1, so you can see that this is an extremely effective strategy, and I'll actually demonstrate this now in my first mastery badge video. This is a great game showcasing exactly what the 20mm gun can do. We're of course here on Fort Despair, one of the 3 maps that you're going to play with this. I'm speeding it up while I'm getting to my special spot. Unlike in episode 1 where I just sit here and camp for the entire match, you're going to actually witness some movement here, which is exactly going to my first point, which is being agile is going to allow you to pick up the kills, or at least get into range to put on some fire or scout even the enemy. And that's really the objective, is to help out your teammates as best as you can and carry them on your backs if they're unwilling to even move out of spawn. So you're going to see me move out over here, run into a box. That's great. And just come back over to make sure that we can be involved in the action, since nothing's happening over there. Great kill by the PZ2 there, and just going around to flank them until I see the T18. Now that thing is quite devastating to me, and I'm quite sure a bunch of my other teammates, so I've taken the task. Since I'm so agile, I have the ability to overpower him strictly just from speed, and that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to move up on him, and make sure that everything that we're doing here is not taking some fire there. We're getting extremely courageous here. Run into a wall. He's going to fire at me, but here is the last chance I'll give him for at least a while. He is completely red. I am unable to hardly penetrate most of his body. I should have gotten more towards the rear, but you'll see movement ramming into him to prevent him from firing at me, and firing at the only place on the tank that I'm able to fire. Dodging here this shot, and luckily the BT-2 pushed him and made it where he couldn't turn towards me. Now he's just fighting desperately here. He's putting up a great fight. Sitting here watching the reload speed going on. And he's going to actually hit me again since he was able to turn. I should have gone back the way I'm going now to try to head him off at the pass. Unfortunately, our BT-2 has taken a lot of beating from his gun there, so he's going to be dying here. It's just going to be us. Now, here's the point I make about APCR. This is what it looks like without it. That's with APCR. It's just a whole different level. It allowed me to kill him from the side, something that would have been impossible with the AP rounds. And he was putting up one heck of a fight, and it didn't help that I wasn't moving in the right places when I needed to. So now with him out of the way, we're just going to open fire on everybody. He was a sniper. He was in a position of strong power. So basically what we've done here is, instead of camping out back in that magical spot, which it is, it's a fantastic spot, we've taken the initiative, and it's caused us to not only get a couple of kills, but now we have the entire map here. I'm sitting in between both of these enemies. The other guy that you saw earlier, he's actually AFK or something, and luckily that's why he wasn't able to shoot me. So great kill there with the PZ2. Luckily he was showing his sights to me. That's the only way you're going to be able to penetrate one of those with regular armor piercing rounds on the T1, and we pulled up the kill. So this was a battle that really wasn't the most high damage. I lost a lot of money there just because I was using APCR, but we pulled in a win, and I have a feeling that by taking over the T-18, who already was doing 247 damage just by trying to overcome two people that swarmed him, it wouldn't surprise me if he would be able to take out a large amount of teammates. So this is going to be the Ace Mastery with the 20mm, and it's really going to showcase how this is going to be accomplished. It's a lot of moving in effective cover, which the first place I always go, at least on this tank, I would declare this is quite effective cover, exposing only my turret, and by the time I expose it, I'll know what's going on and I can hide in safety. I got a C2 coming up here, and he is fresh meat. You're going to be wanting to focus on these tank destroyers. They're prime targets. They're going to be doing a ton of damage to you. You can almost get one or two shot by these things. They're extremely dangerous, and you're going to be fighting a lot of them. There's a lot of tank destroyers in tier 2. So now we've killed him, and notice got a Cruiser 3 coming in for a big flank. He must have been driving around for a while. Unfortunately, he sees one of my teammates and does one of the largest mistakes. He probably saw that I was over there as a T1 Cunningham, but he probably didn't think much of me, which is a big mistake, as you can see. So instead of just standing around and admiring the kills, we just pick up and go. So now that we're 7v4, I can effectively move to the closest target. And once I find him, I let loose. Back into cover, waiting for the reload. He's moving forward, I move forward, keep the momentum. We got people over there. They're going to be my next target. Of course, I have to cross the field with those two. That MS-1 that I fired upon, he is dead. And I just safely fire from cover. at this BT2. Yeah, I'm not doing much. But these bullets aren't very expensive, and I might as well just fire from the safety here. He goes back down. There's only 2 of them, so I say let's go for it. Order the attack. Hey guys, help me out here. And we're going to take on the BT2 because he's closest. There they are. Fire at him, unload it all, do a ton of damage, back into cover. And we wait for the gun to reload. And we fire upon him in cover. Wait for the reload. He's not even looking at us, so we can pop out safely. Wait for the reticule to go small and unload the entire payload. It would be very difficult to penetrate up front, but from the side, it's quite easy. So that's going to be the Mastery Badge. We did a great job. Had 620 damage, 4 kills, which is more kills and damage than the entire enemy team combined. That happens sometimes. But always glad to have those Mastery Badges. Just a great tank to play around in. It really showcases mobility, especially at a low tier. Mobility is such a key in this game, and this is a great tank to really show you how to be mobile and what to be mobile in. And its gun is nothing to play around with. Do not underestimate a T1 that's well played with a 20mm cannon. Actually, any gun, quite frankly, that it's using can be devastating to any Tier 2 target if the other person knows what they're doing. And I would say that's pretty fair with most tanks, and this series is going to showcase that a lot in its future. But hey, I've taken up enough of your time. It's been Vaevak on VaevakBlitz, and we've had a blast, and I'll see you again on the next episode of VaevakBlitz.